Welcome to the Expect Success Podcast, a presentation of GeorgeBalek.com with your host, George Balek. This podcast is for all things personal development. Don't expect success, prepare for it. Please welcome your host, George Balek.
Welcome to Expect Success at GeorgeBalek.com. Now, in addition to listening to our podcast, you could also view the video format on YouTube at GeorgeTube.com. On today's show, I would like for you to meet Neil Patel. Neil is a New York Times bestselling author. The Wall Street Journal calls him a top influencer on the web. Forbes says he's one of the top 10 marketers, and Entrepreneur magazine says he created one of the 100 most brilliant companies. He was recognized as a top 100 entrepreneur under the age of 30 by President Obama and a top 100 entrepreneur under the age of 35 by the United Nations. Now today, Neil is going to share with us his 7 secrets to making millions of dollars online. Here's Neil.
Do you know how people made millions of dollars back in my parents' days? They did things like own land, own banks, own factories. But these days, there's something called the internet. And with the internet, you have the opportunity to make millions of dollars without investing a ton of cash or being well connected or being born of privilege. Hey everyone, I'm Neil Patel, and today I'm going to share with you 7 secrets that'll help you become a millionaire in the internet age. Do you know how I started my career? I started my career by picking up trash and cleaning restrooms. My parents didn't have a ton of money, and no, I didn't grow up dirt poor. I grew up in middle-class America, so I didn't really struggle that hard. But I had a normal job like most people out there. But if you look at me today, I've done extremely well. Can I do a lot better? Of course, who can't? But you know why? It's because of the internet. I didn't have much money when I was starting either. I didn't have tons of loans or big house or anything like that, and I was still able to do well because of the internet and these 7 secrets. Number 1, focus. A lot of people, especially the younger generation, they want to do everything. There's not enough time in the day to do 20 different businesses. Yes, you may have 20 different ideas, but pick one of them. You know, they once asked Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, what's the one key to your success? And you know what they both said? They wrote it down on a piece of paper, and in their own words, they said, focus. So if those guys made their wealth billions and billions of dollars focusing, that means you should too. You're not an Elon Musk. You can't do multiple companies at the same time. He's an anomaly. Most people can't do what he's doing. So focus. The second thing I have for you is solve a problem. You don't make wealth by just saying, today I want to make money. The world doesn't work that way. You have to help other people. You have to solve a problem. If you're not solving a problem, then why are people going to give you money? And this gets into my 3rd secret, which is once you're solving a problem, your solution needs to be easy to use or affordable. It has to be one or the other. If it's hard to use and it's expensive, who's going to do it? No one. Everyone's lazy these days. Don't believe me? Just check out your phone. Use Uber because you don't want to drive. Use Postmates and Uber Eats because you don't want to go out of your house to go get food. Everyone is looking for convenience these days, so your solution needs to be easy to use or affordable, if not ideally, both. The 4th tip that I have for you is learn from your mistakes. In the internet world, you can make a lot of mistakes. Everyone does. It's not as simple as just creating a brick and mortar business in which there's someone who can guide you and be like, here's how you set up a McDonald's franchise. Copy this formula and you'll do well. With the internet, things change at a really rapid pace, which means you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. If you didn't make mistakes, something's wrong with you, and let me know what you're doing because I want to be doing that. And when you're making these mistakes, follow along, keep track of them, and avoid making them over and over again. Because you know what? If you make 20 mistakes and you learn from each of them and you avoid making them over and over again, what's going to happen after 3 or 4 years? Eventually, you'll know what not to do. It's hard to be like, you're going to become a millionaire right away, but if you avoid doing the wrong things, you'll eventually do the right things. Give this video a like if you want me to create a video with my biggest business mistakes. The 5th secret I have for you is execute fast. If you want to move at turtle speed, well, you're going to get trampled all over and killed. Speed and execution is preferred over perfection. So move as fast as possible. If you're moving really fast and you're happy with your progress, think again. You could be moving faster, and some kid who's 15 years old is probably moving faster than you. The sixth secret I have for you is read. There's so much knowledge out there. You don't need to go to MIT, Harvard, or Stanford to get all the knowledge in the world. You can just go to the internet. Learn from other entrepreneurs. Read blogs. Subscribe to podcasts on iTunes. Do whatever you can to learn more. Even check out books and stories online of other CEOs in your space and see what mistakes they're making. The seventh secret I have for you is that you have competitors. And I know what you're thinking. What the heck? How's that a secret? Well, no matter if you're innovative or you're a new business like Uber and you're revolutionizing the taxi business, they still had a competitor. It was taxi cabs. So whatever your competitors may be, go on the web and search for articles and interviews of the founder of that company. And what you'll find is in those interviews, these founders, and I don't know why they're doing this, they're revealing all their numbers, their stats, their mistakes, and the secrets that help them grow these enormous companies. And when you learn and listen to these podcasts and these interviews, you can take what they've done that was successful for them and replicate that into your own business. Follow those 7 secrets and you too can do really well on the internet and be successful and make millions of dollars.
That's awesome. Now, for more from Neil Patel, simply search YouTube and be sure to go to his website, neilpatel.com. His bestseller book, Hustle, is available at his website and or amazon.com. I'll include a link in the show notes. And remember, as the late great Jim Rohn used to say, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Today you've been hanging out with Neil Patel. Keep up the momentum. Subscribe to our newsletter. Never miss another episode. We'll catch you on the next show. And thanks a million for listening. See ya.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Expect Success podcast with your host, George Balek. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please rate, subscribe, and review. And find more great content online at georgebalek.com and on Facebook and Twitter at George Balek. We'll catch you next time. And remember, don't just expect success, prepare for it.